Hi guys, welcome back, and if you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Rebecca, Neverbecky, and on my channel guys I talk about makeup, hair, and all things beauty. But today is very special because I know a lot of people want to know, how do I create these looks but not waste 45 minutes doing it? I'm going to show you guys a realistic way of how to get makeup done in about 10 to 15 minutes. My disclaimer is, if you're going to put makeup on, give yourself time, at least 10 minutes. And that's what I'm going to show you today. So if you're interested in this video, don't forget to click the button, like it, subscribe below, and leave some comments, guys. I'm going to show you guys in a realistic time how I get ready. Let's go. So with that being said, guys, I want to tell you everything and how I'm preparing myself to, show you guys what I'm going to do. So I have all my products out in front of me. I will quickly show you guys in case I skip over. I feel like I always tend to skip over or not mention names just because it's easier for me, and I know that's a bit lazy, and I want to do it now with you guys to better improve myself. So I've Born This Way matte foundation. I do have it in butter pecan. I also have the concealer, and I know sometimes they look very alike, but this is concealer and this is the foundation. I have mocha for the concealer. I love those two together. Maybelline is one of my favorites too, but I don't know what it is about the formula with Too Faced. It is just better for me. But on top of all of that fun stuff, I also have all my brushes laid out. So this is it, guys. This is how many brushes I'll be using. Actually, I'll be using like these many brushes, so I can hold it. It's not gonna be too many brushes I'm using. I do have Fenty and Banana, the setting powder. I have Sol. I feel like I say these products all the time because these are my staples. They're not gonna go anywhere. They're affordable as well. I have Sol in the color dark. And I use all the same products a lot of the time because it's just really easy for me to grab. And it's just, again, it's just one of those good products that you just don't want to skip over. And Juvia's Place is like, my holy grail at this point. This and the color tan, as you guys can see, I hit pan on this one in the middle. I use it a lot. And just to make this look even, quicker, I'm using magnetic lashes. I think I've used this now in like 3 videos. I'm addicted. Clearly I need more. But that's what I'm gonna do. And so I'm gonna go ahead and get started with you guys. And now we can kind of start the clock by starting with my Soap Brow Revolution here. As you guys can see, it's the soap. I'm gonna be using my Urban Decay setting spray to start this. Just one spray, guys, nothing. You don't want it too wet because then it's just like too soapy. I'm gonna be using my brush here, and I'm just digging in this pan a good generous amount. And what I will say, you guys, because I want to keep it realistic, is I'm not going to be doing a lot of talking. You guys will just be watching me because I don't want to overwhelm you guys with talking too much. So if I get quiet, that's what's happening. But for a little bit here, I'm going to be just working. And I'm going to make sure, like, before I kind of go into that fast forward moment with you guys, when you're doing your brows, because I haven't done a brow tutorial in a while, make sure when you're doing the laminated soap brow look that you put a generous amount in your brows. And I would suggest going back and forth, especially if you have thick brows or you just have, very stubborn brow hairs. I have one friend, she has like really thick brows. Oh my God. First of all, let me just shout her out. Her name is Ashley Create. If you haven't went to her channel, I will leave her channel below. But her brows are so thick and beautiful. If you have any like really coarse, thick brows, this is a good method, but make sure, like, you guys can see, like, I am scraping it through. I don't want to say scraping, it sounds aggressive, but you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm making sure it's thoroughly in there. All the product is in my brow. So when I decide to go up, you can see how quickly it lays because the product has been, too much hair in the way. It's been really saturated into the brow. So it's like, I don't have to work as hard. I don't have to worry about arching my brows or filling it out or anything like that. And then I'm going to do it again And this is why I would say, you know, and again, before I start, I know I keep saying I'm gonna fast forward, but before I start doing all of the fast forwarding, I would like to stress to a lot of people that love 5-minute routines that it's not really realistic to have a 5-minute routine. A 10 to 15-minute routine before you head out to work is more realistic. Especially if you're gonna add makeup. Like a 5-minute routine, all I expect you to do is your brows, maybe some mascara, and like a gloss. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be realistic on my channel and say, listen, if you're gonna put on makeup of any sort, give yourself 5 to 10 minutes before you tell yourself this is like a 5-minute realistic routine. It's not. We are fast forwarding, you guys. We are cutting corners when this camera isn't on. So I say all of this to say, you know, this is more realistic of what you're getting yourself into every morning. And depending on your morning, you know, you may not want to put all that makeup on. But there's just ways to doing it. And honestly, giving yourself that time and that freedom to get your makeup on. Be realistic with yourself and take the time and give yourself some time to get your makeup on. But as you guys can see, moving on, I am now pushing the product out. And I will say, like, it is very important to clean up after. You know, with the soap, I can just do this. Just make sure it's off of the skin, because once you put moisturizer and all that stuff on there, it's gonna really mess it up. I'm gonna add my dual, wherever it's at, right in here. I would probably suggest giving yourself time to do brows, at least, you know, if you want them to be decent looking. But I'm gonna add glue to my brows. I always do this because I really like them to stay in place, especially if it's gonna be a long day. This is too much. You see that? That's too much. It happens, but it's too much. And then you're gonna take the same brush and just, you know, just put it on. Really what I'm doing with the glue is just gently touching it to make sure that they stay in place. And then we're gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna just gently make sure it has been in the brows. You guys can probably see that. I don't know if I need to get closer, but that's what it looks like. We want that glue to hold. We want it to stay still and not move. And there's nothing wrong with maybe like arching it, moving it while it's still in place. That's very smart if you do so. And then again, I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna push any excess product out. I know I'm like super overly explaining this when it's supposed to be a 10-minute, but again, I haven't done a brow tutorial in a while, so I want to take time out to just kind of like do it now. Okay, so this is when I will now go in with my moisturizer, just a little bit like that, and this is kind of a generous amount. I'm gonna put it on the nose, the forehead, the cheek, underneath the nose. We're gonna get that in there. Okay. And then I'm gonna just make sure my face is nice and moisturized. Now that I got that on, I'm gonna go in with some sunscreen. You guys, you need to be making sure you have sunscreen on at all times. It is really, really helpful. I'm using like a pea size amount. And again, in the same areas, just a little bit more, literally. That's all that I put on my face. I don't need to overdo it. It's important to make sure that you're hydrating your face before you put on any makeup. It kind of makes a good barrier for your face, and it keeps your skin nice and hydrated underneath. And sunscreen, I feel like it's the underdog of makeup because no one understands how important it is to put it on before you add your foundation. So this is just like a realistic thing I do before I start anything. Cleaning it all up. So I guess you could put this as a disclaimer. I haven't started. I haven't started yet. This is just what I need to do to get started. I just want to show you guys. I do have chapstick, so I'm gonna go ahead and put on some chapstick. This is like one of my favorites because it's a nice thick coating. And now my lips don't feel so dried out. Perfect. Now we're gonna go ahead and start with my soul. We're gonna bronze first because this is what I do first always, and I don't know if I'll change this routine. I'm gonna just add a little bit here. Again, we're talking about 10 minutes, so now that we've started, let me be quiet. So one thing I will say is in 10 minutes, we don't have time to bake. So I'm not really gonna do a lot of baking. I will put a little bit of powder down underneath my eyes, but I'm not baking. So I'm gonna be using this nice little fluffy brush here, and I'm gonna use this powder. And again, we're just gonna gently press it underneath the eyes and make sure like basically it's not creasing. We don't want that. So I am using my NYX Tinted Brow. It is a gel as well. Kind of helps out with the, process. I'm gonna go ahead and remove a little bit of this concealer off the lid because, lids are really very oily. And what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is take my bronzer powder, and I'm gonna use an angled brush because these brushes get into the crevices really good. Taking the lighter shade, and I'm gonna just start arching out this brow, nose, contour area. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my bronzer here. My battery is actually getting ready to die, so I'm gonna go ahead and just show you guys very quickly before this doggone battery dies that I'm just bronzing out any areas that I need. Right underneath the jaw. Again, bringing this up. You wanna start here, bringing it up into the hairline, rotating it back. Maybe I can do this before my battery dies. Let's see how good I really am. Right? All right, and we're almost there. Again, I'm just circular motions up into the hairline, very natural. As you guys can see, very natural. Not to overwhelm the areas that have concealer, but also blending it out very well on the forehead. No harsh lines. Again, down the jaw. Oh, I like to carve my little chin out. So I did do it in time before my battery died. This is pretty much what I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna go back and contour a little bit more, but I'm gonna change my battery, guys. I'm gonna take some highlight. I'm gonna go with this. Which one is this one I'm gonna use? I'm gonna use Pink Goddess. Pink Goddess is really cute. I'm gonna, let me see if I have a little brush, which I do. Oh, you know, it's fine. It's because it's pink and it's very loud and glittery. I love it. I'm gonna spray just a little bit of my Urban Decay setting spray on it. And what I'm gonna do is just pop this in the tear duct of my eyes, just to liven it up a little bit. We don't want it to look too dull. At least I don't like my looks to look too dull, I should say. Some people are happy with just staying right there. What I'm gonna do is take my magnetic lashes or my magnetic liner. And I showed you guys in the last video that I did that I just really use a very small amount. I'm gonna tilt my mirror up. It's a very, can't speak. It's a very good angle to tilt. What am I trying to say? Let me stop trying to talk, because clearly I can't, I'm rushing. But what I was trying to explain is tilt your mirror. That way you can get a good angle of your eyeliner. And I'm just putting this enough where I can get the lashes on. I don't care for eyeliner because I feel like eyeliner is a bit heavy, especially if it's a daytime, you know, makeup easy. You just want a little bit. And I'm not winging it out or anything like that because it makes it a little bit easier not to add a wing. I would suggest if you're gonna use magnetic lashes, just add 2 coats to make sure that it holds really well. That is all I'm gonna do. While that's kind of drying, I'm gonna go and use my MAC. This is like my holy grail. I actually wanted to do red with this, but because I'm keeping it natural, I won't. But I would probably typically add like a red lip because of all the very natural colors that's going on. But I'm just gonna add this really quickly. Back this mirror up a little bit. Sure, everything is pretty seamless. What I'm gonna do, guys, is now add my lashes so you guys can see this in real time, how easy it is to add these magnetic lashes. My nails are too long, so I have to grab my little tweezers. I like using these. I do bend them a little bit, but this is how easy it is for me to slap these on. Okay, can you see why I love these lashes? I would never, when I'm in a rush, use glue. I think that it's really a waste of time, especially if you're really, really pressed for time. Like, just go ahead and skip that step, or just use mascara and call it a day. But if you have to have lashes, I would say invest into some magnetic lashes. It's a lot easier and you can move a lot faster. And they're just helpful. And so I'm gonna push mines up because I don't like mines to lean down. Can you guys see that? I am literally pushing them up, okay? Like, we don't want them to lean. And these magnetic lashes are definitely not like your grandmother's lashes. You need to finesse them. I always cut my lashes. Ever since I learned that little trick, I cut my lashes and I make sure that that's what I'm doing anytime I get lashes. So basically, your girl is done. This is the face. I'm gonna add some setting spray. It's the only thing I didn't do yet. Okay, that's that. And your girl is completely done, okay? I am gonna show you guys this entire fit. I don't know if I'm going to insert a video so you guys can see, or if I'm going to insert some pictures, but I got this from Fenty Savage. I love this like entire set. It is a set, guys. Like, let me see if you can see the shorts. It's a complete set. It is really cute. I love this. I know this is kind of like off topic, but I'm done, and I wanted to tell you about my little cute set that I decided to wear for you guys. But again, this is what I've done. This is pretty much it. I hope this was like what you guys were looking to achieve. Sorry, my lighting's a little off, but yeah, this is your girl under 10 minutes. I love how I accomplished this. I love how this just kind of turned out for me. And as far as like, you know, these lashes, I cannot stress how easy it is to put these on, wash your face. There's no glue stuck in my lashes. There is really, you can like rarely even see the band. So I love that. I love that I can cover up my band really easily. And then also pushing them up just helps. There's really nothing else I can talk about here, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what this outfit looks like on. Hopefully I'll insert a picture or maybe a little video, I don't know. But that is it for today, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here and go be cute on my couch.